You walk out of your annual checkup. The doctor smiles and says, "Everything's normal." Your blood work is fine. Your numbers are in range. But you still feel like shit. You're tired, even after sleeping 8 hours. You finish breakfast and already want to crawl back into bed. On paper, you're healthy, but your body knows better. So here's the real question. What if the tests are measuring the wrong thing? I'm Yōki, and today I want to show you 6 signs traditional Chinese medicine uses to understand health. Not with a blood draw, but with your body's daily rhythm. Because in TCM, health isn't about passing a test. It's about whether your system is actually flowing. Modern medicine gives us numbers. Blood pressure, cholesterol, glucose. You land inside the range, you're told you're fine. But here's the thing, not being sick doesn't always mean you're well. I once heard a TCM doctor say something that stuck with me. He said, "I don't need a blood test to tell if someone's healthy. I can see it in 5 minutes." At first, I thought he was being arrogant, but then he explained, "In TCM, this isn't advanced skill. It's basic. You could tell it yourself, if only someone had taught you how." And that's what we've lost. We've outsourced our own body literacy. So today, I'm sharing the 6 questions he taught us to ask ourselves, not as a diagnosis, just as observation. The first sign, you can fall asleep and wake up feeling rested. This sounds obvious, but ask yourself honestly, how often do you go to bed and fall asleep within 10 to 15 minutes? How often do you wake up feeling clear and ready? Modern life teaches us to normalize poor sleep. We say, "I'm just a night owl," or "my brain won't shut off." We scroll ourselves unconscious and call it rest. But in TCM, sleep isn't a lifestyle habit. It's a direct reflection of how your body's energy moves between day and night. Healthy sleep happens when your active energy knows how to settle into rest mode. If you can't fall asleep, it means your energy is still stuck in your head, spinning, looping, refusing to drop. If you wake up groggy after hours of sleep, it means your system never actually recharged. The standard? You feel naturally sleepy around 10 or 11 p.m. You fall asleep easily without sleep aids. You don't wake frequently or dream excessively. You wake up alert without caffeine. This has nothing to do with discipline. It has everything to do with rhythm. The second sign, you feel hungry at meal times and food leaves you energized, not bloated. There was a time when I thought I was just burned out. I didn't feel like eating. I didn't really want to do anything. I'd eat meals more out of obligation than desire, and most of the time, I couldn't even taste them. Looking back, that wasn't just low mood, it was stagnation. In TCM, true appetite only shows up when your digestive system has enough energy to actually want fuel. Hunger isn't just about an empty stomach. It's about whether your body is awake, active, and asking for what it needs. If you're never hungry, or you get full after just a few bites, or you feel heavy and foggy after eating, that's not just how your body is. That's a sign that your digestion is out of rhythm. Here's what normal looks like. You feel hungry around consistent times. You eat with enjoyment. You feel pleasantly full, not overstuffed. You don't need to lie down or drink water to push the food down. You finish meals with a sense of clarity, not discomfort. Your appetite isn't a mechanical need. It's your body saying, "Yes, I'm ready for life today." When that voice goes quiet, it's time to pay attention. The third sign, you wake up and have a natural urge to eliminate, and it's smooth. One of the most memorable things I ever heard from a TCM doctor was a story he told about a patient. He asked her, "Are your bowel movements regular?" She said yes. He followed up, "How often?" She replied, "About once a week." He was stunned. You call that regular? It sounds absurd, but I think about that story a lot. Because we all do this, we normalize dysfunction. We adapt to things being off until not okay feels like our baseline. Bowel movements in TCM are one of the clearest daily indicators of health. They're not a side note, they're a reflection of how energy is moving through your entire system. Healthy looks like this. You wake up and feel the urge to go. You eliminate easily, not with strain, not in a rush. Your stool holds its shape, isn't sticky or incomplete. You don't need to spray the bathroom afterward. You finish and feel lighter, clearer, done. Some people say, I go every few days, that's just normal for me. But if you're honest with yourself, you know whether it feels right. Your body knows when something's stuck. Even urination tells a story. 5 to 7 times a day, pale yellow, no burning, no urgency. Simple, trackable signs. In both cases, peeing and pooping, elimination isn't just physical, it's energetic. It tells you whether your system is holding on or letting go. The fourth sign. You get thirsty and sweat, but only at the right times. Ever notice that some days go by and you haven't had a sip of water, yet you don't feel thirsty at all? Or the opposite, you drink constantly, but your mouth still feels sticky and dry. In TCM, that's not a minor quirk. It's a sign that your body's water regulation system isn't flowing the way it should. Thirst and sweat aren't random. They should follow a rhythm. You sweat when you exercise, when it's hot, when you eat spicy food, or when you're nervous. You feel thirsty after sweating, after salty meals, or when your fluids genuinely need replenishing. If you rarely sweat or you sweat at the wrong times, like during sleep or with just a light breeze, your system is out of sync. Same goes for thirst. Drinking a ton of water, yet still feeling parched, often means your body isn't circulating that fluid properly. It's not about how much water you take in. It's about whether that water is moving through you. Thirst and sweat are your body's internal weather forecast. When the timing feels off, it's worth paying attention. The fifth sign. You have physical energy, and it doesn't mysteriously disappear. We tend to associate being healthy with being able to lift heavy or run fast. But in TCM, the more important question is, can you get through your day with steady, grounded energy? Can you wake up and start your day without dragging? Can you move through work without crashing? Can you end the day tired but not depleted? Many people feel exhausted all the time, yet their lab results are fine. The numbers are normal, but something inside just refuses to cooperate. In TCM, this is classic energy deficiency. You're not sick, but your body lacks the basic fuel to function smoothly. True vitality isn't about hype. It's about quiet consistency. It's when your body has enough reserves to carry your intentions into action. You don't need a nap every afternoon. You don't need caffeine just to stay vertical. You don't burn out from basic tasks. You're not constantly in crash and recover mode. Real energy isn't jittery or forced. It's the kind that lets you say, I've got this, and actually mean it. The sixth sign. Your forehead is cool. Your palms and soles are warm. This one rarely shows up on health checklists, but in TCM, it's a surprisingly accurate indicator. In a balanced body, your palms and soles should feel gently warm. Your forehead, the backs of your hands, and the tops of your feet should feel slightly cool. Why? Because healthy circulation moves warmth outward and downward, sending heat to your limbs while keeping your head calm and clear. But many people experience the opposite. Cold hands and feet, but a flushed face, a hot head, or constant restlessness. This is what TCM calls false heat. Your body is generating heat, but it's stuck in the wrong places. Instead of flowing outward and grounding down, it gets trapped in your upper body, in your chest, your head, your thoughts. The result? You may feel hot at night but still have cold feet, flushed or sweaty in the face or chest, tired but wired, with trouble falling asleep. Emotionally reactive, anxious, or easily overwhelmed. In TCM, your palms reflect your heart's vitality. Your soles reflect your body's foundational reserves, the deep energy that anchors everything else. So when your hands are warm, but your feet are cold, that's not balance. It's burnout in disguise. You're running on borrowed energy, while your true reserves, the anchor that keeps you steady, are too weak to hold you down. Real vitality doesn't surge, it circulates. And when it moves properly, your warmth begins from the ground up. So, how many of these 6 signs are showing up in your life right now? This isn't about becoming a TCM expert. It's about admitting that maybe, just maybe, the system you've been trusting has been asking the wrong questions. Modern medicine measures what's broken. TCM measures what's moving. And if you only trust numbers, you will ignore your body until it screams. Sleep, appetite, elimination, thirst, energy, temperature. These aren't mystical signals. They're your body's native language. The question is, are you still listening? Or did you hand that job to someone else a long time ago? If this landed, don't just nod and scroll. Pick one sign. Track it for a week. Not to fix it, just to notice. Heerin isn't here to convince you TCM is right. We're here to ask, what if it is? With sharpness, I'm Yōki. Let's stop guessing. Let's start observing.